Hello, YouTube. This is Ryan, aka the Habitual Line Stepper, coming back at you with another video. I hope this video finds you well. I hope your video finds you at peace. And if you're not at peace, I hope you're actively pursuing your peace. Um, I wanted to talk about compartmentalizing. Learn how to take the serious stuff and the not so serious stuff and separate the two. In other words, don't stress yourself out about those things that are not really impactful. You have a lot of people who worry about things, worry about how people feel about them, worry about circumstances that are really beyond their control. What decisions an employer makes as far as how they, whether or not they promote you or not, how friends or family may think about you, how even strangers feel about you. Worry about those things that are under your control, things that you can actively make a difference in. Because worrying about things and stressing about things that are beyond you and causing it to get you out of character is a waste of your time and your resources. In this world, we only have so much time. We only have so you don't want to waste it. Despite what everybody thinks, that's the most valuable thing you have. That's something that you cannot get back. Certain moments you will not be able to relive. And without your ability to compartmentalize and don't take things seriously that doesn't need to be taken seriously. For instance, I cannot like a person who I work with or I'm in business with. But at the end of the day, I'm trying to get paid. So, how I feel about that person or how that person feels about me is non-consequential. In other words, as long as we're able to work together and achieve these goals, we don't have to like each other. I could put how I feel about you to the side in order to achieve this common goal. You're going to have a lot of friction, a lot of turmoil in your life, and you have to decide how much of that you're going to allow to affect who you are, allow what's affecting your agenda. You have the power to determine that. I'm not saying the situation's not messed up. I'm not saying that it doesn't hurt or it's not frustrating. But you have to have the ability to look past it. In football, you have what they call the pass rush. So when the quarterback hikes the ball and the defense blitzes him, he can't look at the blitz. He's aware of the blitz, but he cannot look at the blitz. He has to look downfield and look through his progressions at wideout. What are his options? That has to be his focus. So he is actively compartmentalizing what's going on. Despite what is coming at him, he's focused on his goal, his objective, which is to get that receiver the ball, running back that ball, so they can get downfield and hopefully score. So when you're going through this life and you're dealing with, a lot of conflict, you keep your eye on the goal. You don't allow the conflict to consume you to the point where you are totally disabled, ineffective. You have to focus on what is true. If a little dog is nipping at your heels, okay, just and you see a bigger dog coming down, the alley, a Rottweiler, Pit Bull, Doberman Pinscher, whatever, and this little puppy right here is biting on your ankles, who are you gonna focus on? Yeah, when you just saw the puppy, you're thinking, okay, this puppy's a problem, or this little dog's a problem. He's trying to bite my ankles. But when you look down and you see a bigger Rottweiler coming, your focus is shifted because you're like, listen, I can handle this little bit of discomfort with this little dog trying to nip at my ankles. But that big dog down the street, that Rottweiler, now that's a problem. That I need to address. It's all about your focus. It's all about making the main thing the main thing. And don't let distractions get you to the point where you compromise everything. Life is, like I said, life is too precious and time is too few for you to waste it on things that does not matter. Focus on the things that you're trying to do to enhance your life, to make you a better you. And ultimately, those around you will become better, who care to become better. Because it's infectious to those people who genuinely want to do better, if they see you do better. But again, don't partake in unnecessary arguments, conflict, period. Because it's a waste of your time. And as you build yourself up, you're gonna start realizing how big a waste of time it is. Because you don't even have to be in that argument. Once you have put yourself in a position where you are fortified, you strengthen yourself, you have a better understanding of who you are, you're not gonna allow frustrations, to occur as much, or at least get to you to the point, like I said, where you are ineffective and you start self-destructing because you realize I have something greater. So when it comes to your thought process, take into account what you want your life to look like. What is your objective for your life? For me, I want peace in every area. I don't want to have to worry about anything. I want to have the peace of mind. When the whole world is burning down around me, and everybody's running the streets, screaming, pulling out their hair, frustrated, crying and stuff like that, I want to be at peace in the middle of it. In other words, regardless of what's going on with me or what's going on around me, I have built myself to the point where I don't allow those things to get to me. Because I know what I've built. I know the protections I've put in place. I know the controls that I've put in place to fortify me, to make sure that I'm good at all times, making sure I'm at 100%, make sure my tank is always full. Because again, I have no problem compartmentalizing. I mean, I can't control what the world does. I can't control anything beyond me. But I can control how I respond to things. I can't control me building myself to the point where should conflict come my way, I'm ready. There's a thing that you don't have to get ready if you stay ready. I try to stay ready. I try to anticipate things that may happen because I don't like to have things that I know is going to be a problem early on to get to the point where now it's right on me. No, I like to, if I identify a problem early, I'm handling it right then and there. I don't like to be blindsided. And so, like I said, if you have the ability to compartmentalize and you can say, okay, this thing agitates me, but I'm going to put it over here because I'm focused on this more important issue. This more important issue serves me. So I don't need to have this nuisance be the focal point and distract me from where I'm trying to go in life. Because you're gonna have a bunch of these things throughout your life, and how you respond to them along this path, how you choose to react to these things along these paths, is going to determine where you're going to end up in life more times than not. And I do realize that everybody doesn't have the same path. Some are a lot rougher than others, but still the principle's the same. How you respond to things in the long run is going to impact greatly what your current position is and what your future position is going to be. You're going to have people, just because you're a positive person, who's going to try to tear you down actively, some of them boldly. And you have to have the ability to put them people in a box, put them over here, out of your sight, your vision, so you can focus on what's important. Because the thing about these people who are trying to distract you from your goal, try to be a problem, is they only have so much power, and they're fueled by what you give them. So if you give them your attention, they're going to cover your sight. They're going to blind your vision. They can only do so much if you empower them. I don't care how loud they get. The more focused you are, the less and less you hear them. And they realize this. And that's the worst thing that can happen to them, is the fact that you're not lending them an ear. You're focused too much in terms of where you want to be in this life, what you want to achieve. Let that be your focus. And like I said, compartmentalizing is so important. And it takes time. It's like anything else. You have to practice it. And you have to understand its application. And when you do, I'm telling you, your life becomes a lot clearer, because you can see so much better, because you don't have obstructions in your way. And you can readily identify distractions, and you readily understand how to deal with those. And so when you progress through this life, you have established yourself, you become more mature, and you have been doing this whole compartmentalizing thing, and which is, in my opinion, a lot with discernment. So you identify, and you react accordingly. I'm telling you, when you get older, you will be thanking your younger self. I'm gonna do a video on that too. You will be thanking your younger self, the earlier you. Because by the time you have established yourself and you have leveled off and have this peace, the amount of unnecessary conflict, first of all, you're gonna have a shorter path, because you're not gonna have all these resets that you're going to have to do, because this person or this thing or this situation distracted you to the point where now you lost time, and now you've added steps, to a staircase that initially had 5, and now you have 105, because you allowed this person or thing or situation to block your vision. But more importantly, once you become an older person, you will be a better person. You will buy back, so to speak, some time, because you won't have the stress that people have. You'll have options that people don't have. You have a thought pattern that helps keep you at ease because you did the work, and you'll have a better confidence in yourself. You'll start trusting yourself more. I'm gonna do a video on trusting yourself. You'll trust yourself more because, like I said, by putting things in their proper place, you will become more proficient in terms of what you're trying to do. So, with that being said, put things in its proper categories, in its proper place, and store them accordingly. Focus on those things that you can control. Issues that are problems, you need to address them. You need to see them, look at what they are, address those things that you can control, build those things, clear your vision pathway so you can see clear in terms of what you're trying to do. So with that being said, if you got anything from this video, if this video has proven helpful in your life, please comment, like, share. I want you to pursue your peace. If you are not at peace, I want you to pursue your peace with everything you have. Clear your pathway. Let's get it.